So I recently picked up this little number. You know, much to my disdain, I didn't actually even want to get it. I wanted to get it because I've got the Mattel Brick Shop Mercedes 300 SL coming in the mail, arriving tomorrow, shout out. And I wanted to compare the two. I actually thought this Shelby Cobra was going to be a bit of a letdown for me, as it was rumored to be a Viper. I was super hyped, and then it turned out not to be a Viper.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
What I found was quite a surprise, enough to warrant this video, which I didn't want to make. And by the way, this is not going to be my typical in-depth building review because I want you to experience that for yourself. As you can see, I've already finished it. And this is no joke, one of the best Lego building experiences I have ever had. You know, I got thinking about it because prior to this, probably the best creator expert vehicle would be, for me, kind of a toss-up between the F40 and the 911. But since they're at the same scale, let's compare it to the 911. The 911, what I like so much about it is that there were a few moments that were like really inspired. Like the way they get the whole sloping in the back is excellent. But this set is quite a bit different. I often judge a set by how many aha moments it has, and lots of Lego sets, quite frankly, have none. But that's why I like Speed Champions. There's usually one or two moments where you're like, oh my god, that is so clever. That is such a cool building technique. Let me tell you about this little Shelby Cobra. Every single page has an insane building technique. I have never enjoyed something so much as I did building this. The thing is, I could tell you about a fantastic build at every single corner of this thing. The nose was an insane build with a ton of snot. It's like completely rounded off, hard to do in Lego, and is attached at a weird angle. The hood, the build itself of the hood was pretty standard, but it's double hinged so that it can open forward and close nearly seamlessly. The fenders are beautifully snotty, and they came together in a bunch of kind of like modules, like the entire side. So the front part of the fender, the entire side is tacked on all at once. Very interesting. You don't see that often. And then you build up the headlights and then you clean it up. And the headlights, again, super snotty, beautiful. The windshield is clipped on at a very strange angle. And then you put in these, what do you call it? It's like a plate, but it's a little bit extended, and it just locks everything in beautifully so it doesn't move around. For the interior, the seats are pretty standard, but it's even got minifigure utensils for pedals, which is so awesome. It's got a clipped-in fire extinguisher. I love the gear knob, actually looks super cool. It's got the roll bar, maybe a touch big in my opinion, but not too bad. The doors are of course double hinged so that they can close beautifully. Like I already mentioned, the exhaust pipes are at a weird angle connected to some strange bars. I already mentioned the rear arches are completely angled inward. Again, the trunk is double hinged so that everything fits seamlessly. Like seriously, every single point on this is an amazing build. There is nothing. At no point was I like, oh yeah, I saw that coming. No, like I could go on, but I won't, but I could. And when I first saw this set, I thought it looked like there are a lot of new specialized pieces, which I'm not a fan of. That's not really the case. There's pretty much just these more rounded off, like, what would you call these? Wedges? Curved wedges, I guess? Which I believe are new. These wheel arches might be new. I'm not so sure, but they'll get used for windshields and other things. So I'm totally fine with that. Well, I guess there were also new pieces for the wheels, but I am always happy to get new wheel elements. These look great. Wish they were silver though. The gray is kind of meh. But build and design wise, my God, whoever designed this at Lego, like legitimately needs a raise. I don't care what they're getting paid. They could be getting paid six figures and they deserve a raise for this. This is fantastic. Of course, it's got some standard things that you'd come to expect. It's got the additional details in the manual as such. It's great to see. It's a good amount. It's like 3 or 4 pages, you know. It's a nice little appetizer before your entree. Not to the scale of the 1/8 Technic cars where you could end up reading for like an hour before you even start your build. I like this. It's a good mix, and it leads to what I really like about these Creator Expert cars. They're about the size that if you really sat down for one evening, you could make a nice evening out of it. Probably stretch it to 2 if you wanted to. I did. I mean, I don't really know what to say. I just really wanted to gush about this set for a few minutes. And to convince anyone, if they're on the fence, like you would not regret getting this set. This is fantastic. I was like so ho-hum about it when I picked it up, but you know, I had a gift card laying around and I did really want to compare it. So ultimately I knew I was going to get it. But wow, what a treat. What an absolute treat. There's some good Easter eggs in here as well. I'll probably save those for the comparison with the 300 SL, which should be next week's video, I do reckon. Or possibly later this week if I'm feeling hella motivated. Big if. So if you are on the fence about this set, do yourself a favor and picks it up, because it is fantastic. Knocked my bloomin' heckin' socks off. Anyway, enough rambling from me. That's gonna do it for this video. Please do let me know what you think down in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys with the Mattel Brick Shop 300 SL. I can't wait to see how that stacks up against this. It is gonna be a David versus Goliath situation because this thing is a Goliath. Well, we'll see. Anyways, see ya.